First up tonight at 6, we are working to learn exactly what happened on this property in northern Newaygo County. 3 people are dead. Police say that 59-year-old Charles Mark Hoover killed his wife Marcia and son Charles Isaac, and then turned the gun on himself yesterday afternoon. Our team coverage begins with Steve Kelso tonight, who just received the horrifying 911 call that Hoover's wife made, providing solid evidence of what happened at that home. Steve, what can you tell us?
Good evening, Sue. I think haunting might be the best word. I have to warn you at home that what you are about to hear is incredibly disturbing, to say the least. You may want to turn the sound down. We think, however, that it is the best evidence available that clearly spells out who was responsible for the horrible deaths and how this tragedy unfolded. We've decided to only present a very short portion of the recording.
Help! Newaygo County 911.
We need help. My husband just shot my son.
Just shot your son?
Please, we need an ambulance.
We went through about a minute of tape there to choose only that short portion of that 911 call. Later in the call, we hear Marcia Hoover tell police repeatedly, "He's coming after me. He's coming after me." Shortly after that, the call goes dead. Marley?
Steve, how frightening. Well, tonight we are getting a better view of what the compound looks like, where the killings happened, and a timeline of how police handle the situation. 25 News 8's Joe LaFergie is live where the family lived in northern Newaygo County. Joe?
Yeah, Marley, this is a compound you see behind me. We want to get above that fence, above the tree line, and give you a better view of the compound just beyond the fence. You see the 4 buildings with steel blue roofs. They're all along the perimeter here are what appear to be some kind of lookout towers. All of this gives you an idea of why it took police over 8 hours to find out Charles Hoover was dead and that there were no other victims. Newaygo deputies and state troopers arrived shortly after Marcia Hoover told 911 operators her husband Charles had shot their 37-year-old son Charles Isaac Hoover. It was about 1:45 Wednesday. But this wasn't just any house on the block. The property takes up several acres. It takes several officers to surround the compound. Between 3 and 3:30, one of the officers on perimeter spotted 2 people down on the property.
Our priority is preservation of life, and so at that point we made a decision. We had to try to determine if if this person was still alive.
But Charles Hoover was still unaccounted for. Deputies heard the rumors that Hoover was a survivalist, a prophet who was preparing for the end of the world. Were there underground bunkers? Did he stockpile weapons?
So we had to have a plan in place where we could systematically and methodically start clearing these buildings while protecting our backside.
At about 5, 2 Michigan State Police robots were brought to the scene. Those robots move slow. It would be another 2 hours before the first would make it inside the compound's main house.
So he's trying to navigate around tables and chairs and trash and other obstacles.
At 9:30 last night, a camera on one of the robots tilted up a stairway, capturing the image of what appeared to be the body of Charles Hoover. But they needed confirmation this wasn't another victim, that Hoover wasn't alive and in hiding. Finally, at about 10 o'clock, deputies and troopers entered the home and confirmed Charles Hoover had died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Was there any evidence of any booby traps or anything like that?
No, there was not.
Investigators now know how it happened. Why it happened remains a mystery.
It's one of those things that your witnesses are deceased. Our suspect is deceased, and those are the only people that will really have answers.
Under Sheriff Boyd tells me that they have gone through the property. His detectives have been through here. They just left about midday today. They have not found any evidence of a cache of weapons, nor did they find evidence of any underground bunkers. Live in northern Newaygo County, Joe LaFergie, 24 Hour News 8.